Welcome back to The Grind for a breakdown and guide for week 3 of these objectives this month. Now, I do want to quickly point out the importance of keeping up with these objectives because you do not get the new objectives until you've completed and claimed the final prize for the week prior objectives. So you can see now those have disappeared, and if we refresh the objectives, maybe we have to refresh the game. So I had to restart the game in order to see these objectives. Now, why is this important? Well, as you may have seen, one of the messages that pops up in game is saying that you have to complete at least one of these string of September objectives in order to unlock the October objectives that will come out on October 6th, I believe they said. And there are some really nice prizes that we'll be able to access, and even some more that they haven't even mentioned in detail yet. So you want to keep up with these because you're going to want to be able to access those following prizes. So these ones are kind of challenging and grindy, especially depending on where you're at in the game and how significantly developed your roster is. But we're going to break down where best to go for each of these objectives. The first one is anything from Act 1, Chapter 1 to Act 4, Chapter 4. Now you could go into any of the starting ones and just auto fight through very low energy quests if you would like to. However, one thing that I would highly recommend considering you do is that you go into Act 4, Chapter 1, Quest 6. This is one of the more well-known and typical revive farming maps. And I've done videos on this before. It's actually quite efficient, but also you, in addition to revives, sometimes will get energy refills. Now, you might get unlucky, and as you see here, there's no revive and no full energy refill. So just complete a path for the small energy refill and finish the map and then restart it. The next time you go through, there might be a revive or a full energy refill. So you can pick it up, and along the way, you will be completing the objective for the proven objectives, doing a quest that is below Act 4, Chapter 4. Another option in there is back into Act 4, Chapter 3, Quest 5. This is one of the more well-known full energy refill farming maps, and it has a high spawn rate. And I actually did a video specifically on this as well if you're interested in that. So you look through the entire map and you look for the full energy refills, and I think we're unlucky on this time here. So you just take the shortest path. You're completing the objective by defeating champions in this level of difficulty, and then the next time you refresh the map, you might have a full energy refill to pick up along the way. The next one you want to do is Act 5, Chapter 1 or Chapter 2. So for the Act 5, Chapter 1 quest, I would just go into the first one, the easiest one, and try to get these fights done as easy and quick as possible. So basically you're just going to go in, and what you can do is you could just do this first fight and restart and grind through, and that is kind of unfortunate, but if you have a more developed roster, you might be able to auto fight through some of these fights and get as far as you can and then restart. Unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of energy spent on doing this and not really getting a whole lot out of it. So that is very disappointing, but we do want to be able to access the rewards that are coming, so we do have to do this. The next one is Act 5, Chapter 3 to Act 6, Chapter 1. Now, if you go into Act 6, that is a bit more challenging of content, but if you go into Act 5, Chapter 3, it's going to be a little easier, and there is also a quest here, Act 5, Chapter 3, Quest number 6, that is well known for revive and energy refill farming. So why not get something back from while you're also doing these objectives? So if you open up this map and take a look, there's a full energy refill on that lane, and if we spin around the map, there's a revive on this path here, and that's what I would probably grab. So I would go around the map up to this point, grab that energy refill, and then I would restart the map, and I would go down this path and grab the revive and then defeat the boss and then restart. And in the process of farming these things, you're also completing the objective. We want to be as efficient as possible and get the most out of it. And then Act 6, Chapter 2 or higher story quest. So even Act 7 if you haven't completed that yet, or if you want to go into Act 7 and take the Slumber Flare in Act 7.2 Quest 4, I believe it is, then you could do that as well. However, the easiest way and cheapest way probably to do this would be Act 6, Chapter 2, Quest 3, Headstrong, with the Omega Red boss, because this has Icarus. Now, Icarus can be challenging to deal with if you have to do many fights, but I didn't even pick a team that is reasonable for this. But if you have Ghost or Corvus or anyone that you can chain a heavy attack on, or anyone that just hits hard, you can go in easily with whatever champions you want and just beat on into the champion, and you're going to get a lot of Furies. You're going to start to hit really hard, and the fight's going to end pretty quickly. Now, this isn't necessarily an ideal counter for this fight, but we're just going to see how we can do if I can just attack in and not worry about my health and just keep trying to go and take him down. Oh, sorry, messed that up. And take her down without dying. And that went pretty quick and easy, and I didn't die, and it was a very quick fight. And now I spent 3 energy on that fight. I defeated it, got 1 point towards the objective, and then you can just hit exit and restart. And then you're back in there, 1 tile away, and you can just go through this. Go with your hardest hitting champions. Not, the ones on the side are not them, although maybe Hitmonkey might be a good one. So let's just give that a test. Anyone who crits a lot or hits really hard, or Ghost is an obvious, amazing one for this. Angela's great too, because she just basically shrugs off all the degenerations because they last so short if she's high sig. And then you can just kind of blitz through this content if you've already done all of Act 6. But if you have paths to do, now's a great time to do them, because you're gonna get points towards completion of these objectives. So that's really it for this video. I do hope that this was helpful. If you have any other ideas, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.